Match 33, King Ghidorah vs. Godzilla, Rodan, and Anguirus by Thomas Singleton. A giant rested at the bottom of the sea. Its eyes gaped blindly into the black abyss. Billions of creatures considered the ocean their home, but the giant saw it more as a prison. If it could muster the strength to leave, it would have done so ages ago. But its last battle left it badly wounded. It recalled those final moments of freedom as if it happened yesterday. Many years ago, before becoming whole, it lived 3 separate lives, but exposure to a nuclear blast caused 3 organisms to fuse, creating the largest creature on Earth.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is how NBC's newest sitcom was born.
Golden scales weaved its monstrous shape. Its snake-like neck supported 3 draconic heads. Atop each head was a crown of horns. With its large wings acted as solar panels, sapping up sunlight to increase its power. During the day, it was beautiful. At night, it was frightening.
It's the reverse explanation for my wife.
But it never had the opportunity to enjoy both settings, for its masters ordered it to hide for many years. When its masters summoned him at last, King Ghidorah wasn't free, for it was still a slave. While it delighted in wiping out cities and taking many human lives, it never had the chance to enjoy long enough.
Just, like, what, 50 years, right?
Oh, wait, guys, I just thought of a perfect headcanon for King Ghidorah.
Oh, boy.
You know how Tommy mentions that King Ghidorah was a slave?
Yeah.
Whenever someone calls him King Ghidorah after he's freed, he gets pissed off and yells out, "King Ghidorah was my slave name. My real true name is Grand King Ghidorah."
My real name was just Ghidorah.
And that explains why King Ghidorah was kicked out of the KWC, because Grand King Ghidorah was his true name and not his slave name.
No. My name isn't King Ghidorah, it's Kaiser Ghidorah.
Oh, and to further clarify for the audience, we're not talking about like the African American slaves. We're talking about the Tumblr slaves, the social justice slaves. King Ghidorah was a slave name.
I'm a slave then. Anyway, then it received new instructions to attack another giant like itself, because I'm pretty sure Godzilla is like King Ghidorah, right? Okay.
Yeah, like itself. Yeah, I mean they're both giants,
and they were both born from nuclear blasts. That's all I can think of. On an open battlefield, King Ghidorah located and fought Godzilla. It was winning, until its masters lost control. At long last, King Ghidorah was free.
And Grand King Ghidorah was born.
Yeah. In its short yet precious moments of freedom, King Ghidorah strangled the so-called King of the Monsters.
Instead of, going away.
But the atomic saurian broke free and unleashed its fury. Its radioactive breath lanced into King Ghidorah's middle neck, decapitating it. Unimaginable levels of pain flooded King Ghidorah's joint conscious. 1/3 of its mind faded, lost in oblivion. Desperately, it tried retreating. It flew over the seemingly endless blue sea. When Godzilla fired its radioactive breath once more, it punched a hole through King Ghidorah's left wing, searing his abdomen.
Godzilla's trying to cannibalize another kaiju.
No longer able to fly, King Ghidorah plummeted into the sea and remained there for centuries. The faint rhythm.
So does King Ghidorah have a joint consciousness?
I guess he does. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the center head dictates a lot of the actions, but the other 2 heads are able to think for themselves, I think.
Yeah, I was also under the impression that the center head was mostly the leader, but they all, for the most part, acted independently unless they had one goal in mind.
Mm-hmm. Right. Hang on a second.
Ooh. So this is going in the recording, right?
I thought the answering machine said rim job.
Well, okay, don't mind that. So, all right.
Are we gonna keep it in the recording?
I'm gonna try to take.
At least say yes.
I'm gonna try and take it out if I can. Unless it can't be heard, then it's like okay, whatever. But
no, don't take it out. We have to keep it. Got to make it fully authentic.
Yep. Anyway, The faint rhythm of its heartbeat stirred the dragon from its slumber. Blackness greeted its four eyes yet again. Schools of fish cloistered around its segmented middle neck, nibbling at its ripped flesh. Scores of other marine life nestled in its torn surface, living off the nutrients King Ghidorah's skin provided. At times, it could hear whales calling out to one another with their songs. King Ghidorah had long believed if they ever ventured too close, it'd lash out and sated its hunger. But it couldn't even break free from of the seaweed that tethered it to the oceanic floor. What hope did did it have to ensnare an unsuspecting animal? All King Ghidorah could do was dream once more.
Wow, that's kind of sad, actually. And they
Yeah,
can't break
it
free of
is.
seaweed.
Yeah, kaiju bound by seaweed. Anyway. Its heart thumped wildly, pumping blood through its decrepit veins. Taken aback by the sudden surge of energy, muscles and bone alike were torn asunder. Cells quickly regenerated the damaged tissue, strengthening what was once old and brittle. It took several hours, but at long last King Ghidorah moved. Fish and other sea creatures scattered as the monstrous dragon stood erect. Golden-hued bolts flared out of King Ghidorah's mouths, destroying the undersea environment it had come to hate. King Ghidorah ceased its assault and ascended to the surface world above. King Ghidorah burst out of the churning waters, rising high into the air. Beyond the azure-lit sky hovered the sun. Its radiance glinted off King Ghidorah's golden scales, enveloping the dragon in a shimmering aura. King Ghidorah's bat-like wings absorbed the solar energy, diverting it to its central neck. What happened next startled even the heavens. The torn slits of its middle neck writhed, birthing a central head. Layers of skin and bone pushed it higher into the air until it met the equal gaze of the other heads.
I was wondering when this turned into a Tom match.
Yeah. With its middle head restored, King Ghidorah cackled its defiance to the world. On golden wings, King Ghidorah soared across the sky, casting its demented shadow on the clouds beneath it, searching for something to kill. Believe me when I say this actually makes sense in context much later on. You'll see
Okay,
what it
good,
is.
but it's still a whole.
But there are those
It's still a Tom thing to do.
Yeah, that's still a very Tom thing to do, to randomly regenerate for no reason. But believe me, there's a reason for it, and I believe it's not pushed that far. So pass.
It's a cop-out, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Yeah, don't worry. Okay, in the distance, an island came into view. Waves washed up over its sandy beaches. Tropical forests covered its central portions. Dozens of rivers flowed, concealing numerous aquatic lives. Where sunlight was scarce, putrid swamps lingered. An active volcano stood at the heart of the island, surrounded by ash. Not sure how I can live in conjoin with the swamps, but whatever. Mountains loomed in the backdrop, surveying the tropical paradise with gigantic deserts. In an open pasture, a monster called Anguirus rested quietly, eyes closed. His
Hey, I
farm
like that guy.
unscorched.
He's a good guy. I like him.
It's a good guy. It is. The Sarkogris, in fact, son unlike most of his other
Harley, you're getting quiet.
As compared to those other nuclear-born Anguirus, I guess.
Harley, you're getting kind of quiet.
Well, am I?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. How's this?
Okay, that's better.
This better?
Yeah.
Unlike most of its brethren, Anguirus was a natural byproduct of nature. Because I guess Anguirus has brothers that are man-made.
Well, I mean,
On its
Rodan and
back.
Godzilla are technically man-made, so.
That's true. On his back, hundreds of irregular spikes jutted out of an armored carapace. A small horn rested on the tip of its nose, while several larger ones curved down the top of its head.
You're
Anguirus
kind of getting
wagged
quiet
his-
again. Hang on.
How's this?
A little louder?
How's this?
A little louder?
I can't go any louder unless I shout, dude.
Okay, yeah, that should be good. That should be good.
Okay, Anguirus wagged his spiky tail back and forth across the soil like a stupid dog.
Hey, no.
I know. Alright, fine. I'm sorry. Okay,
Anguirus is a good guy.
Fine. Anguirus wagged his spiky tail back and forth across the sword like a good dog.
Hey, I said good guy, not a good dog.
Only 2 teeth were long enough to protrude out of his closed snout. The ground funneled its warmth into Anguirus' underbelly. Okay, promising a long and peaceful day. It was a commodity Anguirus rarely enjoyed. Well, I hate to break this to you. Dark clouds rolled over the sky, blotting out the sun. Behind the veiling blackness, thunder rumbled. Anguirus opened his eyes. A storm was brewing, one that shall consume the island. Anguirus didn't know how he knew that, however, but, reluctantly, Anguirus stood up on all fours and moved away, seeking refuge in the forest. A loud rumbling vibrated the sky. What? One that made Anguirus freeze. It wasn't thunder. Instead, it sounded more like a demon's laughter. Not sure I could mix the two up, but okay. It was a cold... Considering King Ghidorah's laughter, I'm really not sure how we confused that with thunder.
When it said demon's laughter, I want to scream out, "Run, Anguirus, run! Roland Hemrick's out to get you!"
For the first time, Anguirus became accustomed to what the humans referred to as fear. Apparently he knew what the humans referred to fear as, though. Descending from the clouds, singing a chorus of high-pitched, thunder-like cackles, was the three-headed dragon, King Ghidorah! Anguirus retreat, despite the fact he was afraid. Oh no. Instead, the noble reptile stood at... Reptile? What? The noble reptile, he's cold-blooded now, stood his ground. He knew that
I think this guy should also be fired.
Yeah, what the hell? He knew that he was about to fight a battle he alone could not win. Well, apparently he didn't care about that. With any hope, the other island's inhabitants, all
2 of them.
All 2 of them, yeah, come to his aid. Anguirus howled at King Ghidorah with his traditional battle cry, as opposed to his non-traditional battle cry. King Ghidorah's 6 eyes glowered at the puny creature. All 3 heads flailed wildly, spewing bolts of raw power. Anguirus braced himself as the 3 energy bolts etched burning trenches into his flesh, despite the fact they were all flailing madly. King Ghidorah dived close to the menacing inferior foe. When it heard Anguirus' painful cries, King Ghidorah cackled with laughter. While it lacked the facials... Well, King Ghidorah was really quick. He didn't want to get its makeup done and a facial or toenails done. Well, it lacked the facials to...
Well, he's got to make himself look like Grand King Ghidorah now.
Yeah.
Required to smile, its menacing voice would suffice. Each head spat golden bolts, ravaging the landscape and Anguirus' wounded visage. Alright. Using words we don't understand. Thanks. One of the bolts struck Anguirus' armored backside, creating a shower of sparks. I don't think that's how it works. Unable to launch a counterattack, Anguirus hollered in distress. In a cavern, masked in shadow, a winged creature awoke. Batman!
Yeah.
Batman's eyes slid open and peered out of the gloomy home of the outside world. Cries of war echoed off the stony walls, shaking the ceiling it clung to. And he was really annoyed. Those damn Girl Scouts.
I know.
It was then that the mutated pterodon called Rodan showed annoyance, as opposed to before. Like a bat, Rodan slept upside down, obscured by the embrace of his crimson wind. Does Rodan actually sleep upside down, by the way?
No. I don't think he ever has.
Okay.
So is Rodan that really grumpy, reclusive old guy that doesn't like it when someone makes the slightest noise like that old person who lives like the floor underneath you in an apartment?
I guess so.
Probably.
It's been ages since Rodan fought alongside another kaiju. Being the last of his kind meant he lived the rest of his life in solitude. Unlike those who sought out bonds of fellowship, Rodan liked being alone. Despite all that, though, Anguirus' mournful cries unnerved him, even though he really wants to be alone. Rodan held no liking or contempt for the armored saurian, but something in his cry suggested there was a grave threat, one that required his support, unless he was fighting Godzilla, which in this case Rodan was really stupid.
Did you say cries or crotch?
That's
something
cries.
in his
Cries.
crotch suggested.
Either way.
I wonder where your mind is.
Without further delay, Rodan tore out of the cavern to assist Anguirus in protecting the sanctity of his home, even though his home was really far away, and quite honestly, he had no reason to go out to protect him. Golden bolts mercilessly pounded Anguirus, King Ghidorah's twins blew dirt and smoke in Anguirus' eyes. Wow, this is rude. Hindering his vision. It was one of the most sickening displays of sadism ever recorded. Really?
Really?
You sure about that?
I
I
don't know.
Hold on, wait. This was
Guys.
recorded?
Guys, that's the reason why Gore Source wasn't in this match. He was recording it all.
It was also the happiest day of King Ghidorah's wretched life. Bravely, Anguirus waded through the barrage of burning energies at a steady pace. Burnt, ragged flesh hung over Anguirus' damaged pores.
Wow. King Ghidorah's not only a Tumblr lover, but he's also a fucking asshole for loving to beat up good guy Anguirus. Who the hell does that?
So basically, asshole, Tumblr lover, same thing, right?
Yeah.
He was the most excruciating punishment Anguirus ever endured. And soon, wow, Anguirus has been through a lot of kinky punishments. This one just breaks all the rules. I mean, King Ghidorah's ignoring the safe word and everything. And soon it'd be his last. Pass.
Okay. King Ghidorah watched the injured creature crawl closer.
Oh, so he's a domination fetish. I get it.
Oh god.
Hey, Anguirus is only trying to help him. He's letting him beat out his demons.
He's letting King Ghidorah get it out.
Most could have considered the poor creature's bravery admirable. Well, everyone should. Anguirus is a good guy.
Oh.
The three-headed dragon thought it was pathetic. Asshole.
I do like that it has been characterized that even the most despicable creatures, like, yeah, this guy's pretty brave, I'll give him that.
It was clear Anguirus wanted to fight King Ghidorah in a physical fight. Yes, confront your demons physically. Good.
Because Anguirus can totally take on King Ghidorah in a physical fight.
But King Ghidorah wasn't foolish enough to stop firing its gravity bolts. It pelt Anguirus for however long it take to put him down permanently. Suddenly, a large screech caught King Ghidorah's attention, while one head kept torturing Anguirus. The other Jews sought out the source of its new playmate.
Hey, no cheating on good guy Anguirus. That's just rude.
Yeah. Seriously, I hate this King Ghidorah, guys. I don't know about you, but I really hate him.
Well, then just call him by his slave name and it'll be fine.
Yeah, I hate King Ghidorah. He sucks.
Now, Grand King Ghidorah. That's a classic guy right there.
Rodan soared above a forest, flattening it in his wake. The flying reptile screeched one more. Reptile?
Why is everything a reptile? Does Tom think every dinosaur's a reptile?
Yes.
Yes. The flying reptile screeched once more, challenging King Ghidorah. Now,
swear to God,
three.
I swear to God, when Godzilla comes, he's gonna call Godzilla a nuclear reptile. Watch.
No, he's gonna call Godzilla an elephant.
Elephant. The irradiated elephant Godzilla.
Now all three heads focus on the mutated pteranodon. Oh, finally. The twisted horns on top of Rodan's head pulsated with atomic energy. Lavender-hued energies blazed out of Rodan's throat and struck one of King Ghidorah's necks, singeing its golden hide. Irritated by Rodan's interference, King Ghidorah's three mouths opened, firing its destructive gravity bolts. Rodan dived into the air, evading a painful fate. He flew past King Ghidorah, unraveling the soil with strong winds. Blinded by a haze of dirt, King Ghidorah angrily expressed its rage. Way to use that Tumblr rage. By randomly torching the trees. Jesus Christ, what did the trees do to you?
Hey. Just because you're mad doesn't mean to throw a temper tantrum, King Ghidorah. Come on. You're an adult kaiju.
You could be a good guy like Anguirus.
You know, I am now convinced that Godzilla, Anguirus, and Rodan are giving an intervention to King Ghidorah, and he's just not having it.
Yeah, King Ghidorah, you have a problem. I don't have a problem! You just torched those forests, Ghidorah. Come on.
Anguirus managed to get close enough to jump up and clamp his jaws into King Ghidorah's left neck. King Ghidorah cackled.
Metal Gear Anguirus.
King Ghidorah cackled in rage, never suspecting the weakling to be capable of injuring it. The dragon's middle head bent down, sinking its teeth into Anguirus' neck, but Anguirus did not relinquish its bite. It occurred to King Ghidorah that other method. Oh, so now you're getting creative? The middle head fired a gravity bolt into Anguirus' face at point blank. Anguirus used the pain to intensify his bone-crushing bite.
Anguirus used bite.
King
Critical hit.
Ghidorah augmented the gravity bolt with more power as strength energies incinerated Anguirus' flesh and boiled his eyes. Rodan landed on King Ghidorah's middle neck, turning it with his talons. King Ghidorah's right head lashed out, biting one of Rodan's ankles.
Oh no.
Ankles?
I gotta ask, can King Ghidorah actually augment the power of his gravity bolts?
I think theoretically speaking, anyone can. But
Well, I mean, Godzilla is a documented case of scaling his power, though.
right. But yeah, I don't think it's ever really. I think it's just more like, oh, he could pour in more energy if he wants to. But yeah, Godzilla is probably one of the only documented cases of that.
Hey,
ever
you know
happening.
what? This is just a confirmation that King Ghidorah is a little monster. Why? He's an ankle biter.
Yeah, no, ankly biter.
Ankle biter.
Alright, Rodan screeched in agony, his grip weakening. The right head yanked Rodan off the middle one, chucking it into the air. Quickly flayed the mutated pteranodon with its gravity bolt. Rodan plummeted into the burning forest, unconscious, unable to resist the torment any longer. Anguirus released King Ghidorah's left head. Anguirus tried retreating, but King Ghidorah's three heads prevented him by hooking his skull with their jaws. In unison, all three heads used their tremendous neck strength to pick Anguirus off the ground and send him sailing into the wind.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
nice. Anguirus got a cruise out of it. Anguirus landed on his.
Sailing softly into the wind.
Anguirus landed on his back, his underbelly exposed. Without delay, King Ghidorah's mighty wings propelled into the sky. When it was high enough, wow, I didn't know King Ghidorah also liked to get high. King Ghidorah dove down, slamming its bulk into Anguirus' chest. The entire island.
Wow. Okay. How high did he go?
Dang, the entire island shook? Jeez.
Is that the moment where Gore starts to adjust the camera because it fell off the tripod?
Maybe.
Gorosaurus's camera dropped, and he got so pissed off that he left.
I also can't tell if King Ghidorah is overpowered or Anguirus or Rodan are severely weakened because they're being taken out by such minuscule things like his ankles being bitten.
Wow, it's like King Ghidorah drank some of the Mary Sue juice Kamakura's drink.
Yeah.
Standing waist deep in the ground was King Ghidorah. Beneath its feet, struggling to breathe, lay Anguirus.
Okay, hold up. I gotta pause right there. I'm just imagining King Ghidorah was literally so far into the ground it's up to his waist. Which I'm not entirely sure whether that'd actually be on Grand King Ghidorah's body, biologically wise. I'm not entirely sure where his waist is.
Harley, it's a Tom match. Nothing makes sense.
That's true.
It's all sexual. Sturdy muscles twitched beneath its black scales. The dorsal spines on its backside flat. Backside. There he goes again.
Those sturdy muscles, though.
Flashed an eerie bluish silvery glow. Bloodshot eyes fixated its contempt on the three-headed dragon. But when it shifted its gaze...
I think you skipped something, dude. I feel like
you kind of skipped a bit.
What did I skip?
You skipped literally the rest of the
like
paragraph.
after that standing waist deep sentence, you literally skipped to the next paragraph.
You kind of skipped.
Well, it's not my fault Tom writes like this. Beneath its feet, fine, I'll be fair to Tom. Gah. Beneath its feet, struggling to breathe, lay Anguirus. Satisfied, King Ghidorah jumped up into the air and hovered above the freshly made impact crater. Glowing at its still opponent, King Ghidorah was unleashed a barrage of gravity beams, striking the helpless Anguirus without remorse. Even if Anguirus' flesh was stripped and reduced to a smoldering skeleton, King Ghidorah would not stop. But when an unearthly roar froze time itself, didn't know Godzilla could do that.
Oh.
See, it's a good thing we did reread it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Godzilla only roared more often than he could have won all of his battles easily.
So Godzilla's Dio now, right?
But when an unearthly roar... never mind, the three-headed dragon ceased. Its 6 eyes located the bearer of such a powerful roar.
Godzilla!
A living monolith emerged out of the foliage. For every step it took, the planet itself quivered with fear.
Oh, it's the Hulk then. It's a Worldbreaker Hulk.
The sturdy muscles twitched beneath its black scales. The dorso spins on its backside flashed an eerie bluish silvery glow. Bloodshot eyes fixated its contempt on the three-headed dragon, but when it shifted its gaze to the impact crater and saw the burnt husk of Anguirus, its trusted and most beloved quote-unquote friend.
I'm not entirely sure about that one.
I did say Godzilla's gay in all this, so...
True.
and Anguirus is a good guy, so he probably helped Godzilla out, get his sexual frustrations out.
Oh god.
There was that nasty issue with Junior and Rodan. It was just a mess. And Anguirus helped him a lot during that time, really.
Yeah. Let's see. Godzilla gritted his teeth and snarled with revulsion. King Ghidorah returned the gesture. Pure hatred emanated between the two giants. It was a rivalry destined to end in bloodshed.
I'd like to point out that earlier Tom said that King Ghidorah lacked the capability of smiling. So, just want to point that out.
Oh,
we should fire this guy too.
That's
So,
twice.
based on the fact his eyes are bloodshot, I'm assuming King Ghidorah woke up Godzilla from a nap. He's really cranky.
Yeah, probably. King Ghidorah, the destroyer of naps.
Well, to be fair, I think anyone would be pissed off if they had to wake up early to go to an intervention.
Yeah. Oh my god, Godzilla's like, you are early. I am sick of this. You started to... Godzilla's mad because they started without him.
Alright,
It was supposed to be a group project.
Alright, let's get started. Thermonuclear energy blazed out of Godzilla's gaping maw. Its sweltering essence lanced into King Ghidorah's sternum, blasting the three-headed fiend out of the sky. Godzilla charged at his fallen adversary, his spine dripping with atomic lust. King Ghidorah... Oh man, this is getting real sexy real quick. King Ghidorah regained...
I told you guys it was a 4-way intervention.
Well, it's technically 3-way now.
King Ghidorah regained its equilibrium, readying itself to return fire. But as Godzilla lumbered closer, it suddenly felt a stinging sensation. Its right head bent down. Let's see. Its right head bent down, examining the hole in its chest. Thumping behind its exposed ribcage was the dragon's black heart. King Ghidorah hissed at its adversary, insulted. King Ghidorah
insulted, okay.
Yeah, just insulted. King Ghidorah relentlessly pounded the atomic behemoth with gravity bolts. Oh man, a lot of frustration coming out.
I love how in earlier matches we could totally justify King Ghidorah with a giant hole in his chest with his heart exposed as no big deal. But if we tried that now, if that happened now, King Ghidorah would pretty much have like a twitching Caesar.
Yeah, pretty much. Amid the ensuing chaos, Godzilla dropped to one knee.
Will you marry me?
Scorched flesh hung...
Oh, it does all fit.
Scorched flesh hung over his ragged body. Before long, sizzling smoke obscured even Godzilla's massive figure. King Ghidorah didn't stop its assault. Oh,
so man. I guess that's a no then.
It was determined to destroy Godzilla.
Well, the thing is, Godzilla and King Ghidorah were actually engaged until Tumblr lover Grand King Ghidorah decided to get a sex change and call herself Grand Queen Ghidorah.
This was always out consulting Godzilla, by the way. Godzilla would have been cool with it, but he had to be told first.
No. Godzilla doesn't like women, remember? He's gay.
Well, that's right, yeah, that's what it makes sense. Because Godzilla is betrayed, then, by his beloved.
Even if it couldn't see it. Meanwhile, Godzilla's cells were quick to repair the grisly wounds dealt to it by the insidious dragon. The king of the monsters slowly rose to his full height, growling. Atomic energy embodied his dorsal spines once more. Before King Ghidorah could locate its target, Godzilla blindsided it with his radioactive breath. King Ghidorah's head writhed in agony as the sea of thermonuclear fire washed over him. Burnt beyond recognition, the three heads retaliated in kind.
I think there's a problem with that.
Oh man. Gravity bolts ripped Godzilla's throat wide open. Oh, what the?
Oh,
my!
It's
Jesus.
If this was KWC nowadays, the match would have been over.
yeah, right.
That actually would have been. That actually probably would have been the killing blow. Come to think of it.
Instead of funneling out of the mouth, Godzilla's radioactive flames were redirected out of his neck wound. Yep, definitely a Tom match.
Yeah.
If this action continued without stopping, then Godzilla probably would have died. You think?
Didn't Godzilla start actually? Didn't that actually happen in one Godzilla movie though?
Yeah, GMK.
Yeah.
Godzilla. Yeah, I remember because Godzilla literally tore his throat open with his nuclear breath because he was stupid and didn't think about that thoroughly.
Right, well, there was a hole that was made in his neck area by something he ate. So.
Mm-hmm. Something he ate. That's bad Mexican food. That's what.
Yeah. Anyway.
He went to the same restaurant as Bad Guy Gamera.
Luckily, the creature managed to bring its atomic power under control, but the damage was too much for Godzilla to bear. With great pleasure, King Ghidorah watched Godzilla stagger to the ground. A wary King Ghidorah approached the fallen mutant. Before the dragon could confirm if Godzilla was alive or dead, Schrodinger's cat, Rodan rejoined the fight. King Ghidorah...
Hey, wait a minute. Ghidorah's racist against mutants. I want mutant... So, Godzilla's part of the X-Men now, right? He's a mutant!
Totally. King Ghidorah moved to blast out of the sky once more, but Rodan proved too fast. Wedging himself in front of King Ghidorah, Rodan blew the three-headed beast away with its shock waves and watched it crash into the burning forest.
Rodan has a shockwave? What?
Well, I mean, sonic boom.
I suppose so, but okay.
Rodan perched over Godzilla, examining his injury. It'd take minutes for Godzilla's cells to mend the damage. Behind them, King Ghidorah started to regain its composure. Rodan knew time was running out. If he left now, he could survive to see another day. But if he stayed, then death was certain. At last, a decision was reached. Rodan stretched out his wings, preparing to escape. But before Rodan could flee, the Pteranodon caught a glimpse of Anguirus' charred carcass. It occurred to Rodan that he had been stricken by the unlikeliest emotion. Sadness.
Hunger. He was really hungry. He saw Anguirus' first corpse and thought, man, I want some dinner.
Oh, that was perfect.
In this dramatic moment, it's just like stricken by the unlikeliest emotion, hunger. I'm sorry.
I was trying to eat Anguirus' corpse.
That was rich. That was rich. He actually cared for the fallen creature. Rodan's gaze settled on Godzilla. It too garnered Rodan's respect. Like Rodan, these other giants weren't just the first and last of their kinds. They were also his family. Aww.
I see. Even in death, anger still inspires us with his good guy nature.
Yes.
Except for Gabriel, who's a
So
fucking asshole.
so at this point, is Anguirus Jesus? Even in death, he's inspiring us.
Yes.
He died for our sins.
Yes.
That's because Anger is just a good guy. See,
And
the other
next-
kaiju need to take some notes from him.
Yes, and next time we see Anguirus, he will have been resurrected. So.
Because of his good guy points.
Yes.
Anguirus had so many good guy points. God was like, I'll send you back. You got casting your points.
King Ghidorah emerged out of the burning foliage. Its head's no longer burnt.
Oh, so King Ghidorah also has super regeneration.
Oh, look at that. Never mind. Though its chest had not yet been fully healed, it mattered little. Soon
Oh, that's not gonna be important. Don't worry about that.
Soon the winged reptile shall perish, and then King Ghidorah will at long last fulfill its destiny by slaying Godzilla, the king of the monsters. Time was up. Rodan bent down, pressing his beak against one of Godzilla's dorsal spines. Rodan's horns rippled with atomic energies. He began funneling energy into Godzilla. The huge intake of radiation enabled Godzilla to heal the neck wound faster than expected. Any second now, Godzilla will be back at full strength. Rodan watched Godzilla return to life. Somehow the Pteranodon knew he had helped save the planet. For the first time, Rodan knew peace.
I'm pretty sure you could just waited a little longer for Godzilla to heal.
Yeah, but whatever.
I don't think that was I don't think that was called. I don't think Godzilla needing to have a couple minutes to rest were called for that kind of level of action.
Well, to be fair, had the gravity beams gone through the neck, we might have had a different story. But it only opened the neck, so yeah.
Yeah, Godzilla should be fine if we just wait a bit.
But guys, Godzilla just wanted some quick action to happen on him before he finished the fight.
That's true. I mean, with Anguirus, Rodan was the next best thing.
But that didn't last
Although
long
Godzilla,
either.
of course, let Rodan get on top, because if Godzilla was on top of Rodan, he would kill him.
Yep.
Gosh darn it. Alright, pass.
King Ghidorah's middle head shut its jaw around Rodan's neck. The other head seized Rodan's wings, constraining him. Rodan shrieked in distress, struggling to break free, ignoring that piece he found earlier. Apparently he didn't die from that. Oh, wow. But King Ghidorah's barbarism knew new limits. After all, it could relate to what Rodan must have been thinking. One moment, Rodan felt like it was on top of the world. The next, he was falling into an inescapable prison. No, I'm not sure about that. All three had twisted and pulled in opposite directions. Rodan's wings were plucked apart. His head was completely ripped off. Oh my god!
Jeez.
Jesus! King Ghidorah's jaws dropped the mangled kaiju. It turned its sights onto Godzilla. King Ghidorah marched to the fallen Saurian, crushing Rodan's lifeless skull. Jesus!
King Ghidorah does not like interventions whatsoever.
Oh
Man.
It's Queen Ghidorah.
Well, I mean, after the breakup, oh gosh.
Fresh blood oozed out of King Ghidorah's mouth. The middle head slithered through the air, poised to deliver the first bite. Its blood-stained mouth launched at its prey, but a mighty hand shot up and grabbed its throat, stopping it. King Ghidorah's middle head hissed as its face suspended a few feet from its own. Wait, what? Oh, at the face that suspended a few feet from its own. Atomic light lit up Godzilla's feral eyes. His upper lip curled, showing his fangs. Godzilla's hand squeezed King Ghidorah's neck like a vice, cracking its bones. He was really into asphyxiation. But the three-headed dragon could intervene! Hey, what do you know? It's an intervention! Godzilla swatted the middle head with his claw, then put one to its lips. Shh. With its vision blurred, the middle head could not respond in kind. I mean, I'm not sure how you do that. But the other heads buried their jaws into Godzilla's skin. Ooh. Godzilla seized one of
all they
neck.
need to do now is put some Careless Whisper on.
Yes. Godzilla seized one of their necks, skewering its golden flesh with its fangs. Ooh. Never before had Godzilla tasted such vile blood other than Ghidorah, but we don't count him.
Yeah. We don't talk about that.
Dissatisfied, Godzilla slammed his bulk into King Ghidorah.
Oh.
King Ghidorah fell back, its mouth ripping chunks off Godzilla's hide. Oh, Jesus. Godzilla loomed above the fallen...
This is starting to get really sexy.
Yeah, man, yeah. I mean, I've seen some snuff, but this takes the cake. Godzilla loomed above the fallen dragon, seething in rage. In desperation, King Ghidorah bombarded the atomic saurian with gravity bolts, but Godzilla ignored the projectiles sorting and searing his skin. Okay, I guess. He ignored the flames devouring his home. He ignored the crushed, fried bodies of his dead... Fried? Hey! He ignored the crushed, fried, and delicious-smelling bodies of his dead friends. But what he didn't ignore was the dark...
I guess you could say Godzilla's gonna eat his friends out.
Right. But what he did ignore was the dark heart beating in Ghidorah's ribcage. Well, that's sweet of him, at least. With a mighty roar, Godzilla charged the bane of his the bane of his existence, huh? Nuclear energy embodied Godzilla's dorsal spines, heralding his most powerful weapon. Okay.
His penis?
Unlike before, his penis. Unlike before, the atomic light was not blue as silver, but red as fiery brimstone. King Ghidorah rebounded, recognizing Godzilla's intent. Really? The three-headed dragon shielded itself with its wings. Godzilla unleashed a crimson blast of sheer destructive force. It bypassed King Ghidorah's defenses, incinerating the winds in a flash. But it didn't stop there. Godzilla dug his feet into the earth, recoiling in the wake of his power. Thermonuclear fire embraced King Ghidorah's right neck. Uh-oh. Golden flesh and scarlet light intertwined in a burning conflagration. Wait, scarlet? Oh. In a burning conflagration. I don't think that's the right word there. Before King Ghidorah could mourn the loss of its right neck, Godzilla repositioned the aim and fired another crimson blast. It lanced King Ghidorah's left neck, beheading it instantly. Dried golden blood. Wait, Ghidorah's blood's golden?
That's actually kind of vague.
I thought it was red.
I thought it was
Dried golden blood churned to the stumps of... Wait. Dried golden blood churned to the stumps of King Ghidorah's cauterized necks. I can't do that. It's cauterized, sorry.
Yeah.
So, Tom,
This guy really... Yeah, this guy really needs to be fired. I'm starting to hate this guy now.
How could this have happened? You're gonna love this lineman, Alex. How could this have happened? With its mind with its mind broken, lost forever in perdition, King Ghidorah cackled in vain. It's losing
Stop
itself.
using words I mean the audience don't know.
Booming footsteps silenced its tongue. Ooh. Godzilla marched up to the dying dragon, unopposed. King Ghidorah launched its last remaining head of the dark behemoth. It crunched on Godzilla's wrists and time to rip it to pieces. Wow, what a final attack. Godzilla gripped King Ghidorah's head with both hands, holding it steady. Ooh. The dragon continued gnawing, oblivious to Godzilla's plan. With sheer brute force, Godzilla twisted King Ghidorah's neck in opposite directions, shouting, "Oh my god, pass! Jesus!"
Okay, broken bones protruded. Stop using words the audience don't know.
No, protruded could be taken sexually, though.
Out of King Ghidorah's neckline, its eyes roll up into their sockets. Wow, King Ghidorah's really enjoying this.
Woo!
Blood leaked out of its open jaw, the neck slumped over, dangling helplessly around its exposed heart. Godzilla stomped closer, spellbound by the very thing keeping Queen Ghidorah alive.
So shouldn't King Ghidorah be dead now?
For most of his life, Godzilla sought the company of other monsters. Ooh. Though he had fought countless battles, quote-unquote, fought.
Quote-unquote.
Godzilla did succeed in finding a handful of those he could trust.
By handful, we mean two.
Well, to be fair, when you live in a world with Gamera, trust is a hard thing to come by.
Yeah, true. But no. But I love it as a handful of those you could trust, but what he means is two.
Well, to be fair, Gorosaurus tried to adopt his son, and Baragon ran away when he was filming it all. Yeah, that's right. That's right, audience. I pulled a reverse Destroy All Monsters. We thought it was Gorosaurus, but it was Baragon.
And where is Veron? Where was Veron? Oh, he got a cameo somewhere.
Yeah.
He was just watching in the background eating popcorn while sitting on a chair.
Oh, yeah. What do you think that Tyrannosaurus was?
No matter the situation, Godzilla defended them. He loved them.
He loved them!
Godzilla, the king of monsters, the most savage and infamous critter to ever stalk the earth. Knew love. But Ghidorah changed that. Yeah, that's because you decided to get the sex change, ass.
Ghidorah broke Godzilla's heart that day. So I'm just imagining Godzilla shaking King Ghidorah's mangled head, going, "I loved them! They were my family! I loved them!"
And you, why'd you have to get that sex change? Alone once more. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Dude, you have Gorosaurus, Baragon, Varan, Manda, Kumonga, Kamakurai, Jaguar, King Caesar, Little Godzilla, all of them. You just lost two of your friends. You still have the majority left.
Well, to be fair, King Caesar is a lazy asshole. He sleeps all day.
Yeah.
And he kind of has his bisexual romance with Mothra on and off.
Well, I mean, she looks after his kids when he's gone, and he takes care of her when she needs it. It's a beneficial relationship for both, I think.
Well, we'll take care of that headcanon later. Keep reading.
Okay.
Without mercy, Godzilla buried his hand into King Ghidorah's chest, grabbing its putrid heart and squeezed. And candy came out.
Pinata!
Godzilla's victorious cries escorted King Ghidorah into a cold oblivion. In a black void, King Ghidorah's vile soul floated aimlessly, silence being its only consort. But after what felt like a millennia, it heard a faint heartbeat. Awareness gripped the sinister dragon as it was snatched out of hell and returned to life.
And Kumatsugami was really mad about that. He finally had a friend, and he lost it.
Quote-unquote friend.
Quote-unquote friend.
At the bottom of the sea, a giant
Kumatsugami morphs his hand into,
blackness greeted its blind gaze. It took a few moments for it to realize it was all a dream. Or was it? King Ghidorah cursed itself, infuriated by what its mind had done. He had a really bad wet dream.
Oh man.
That's how we filled the hole. That's how the oceans were born, because of a really bad wet dream.
Because of King Ghidorah's tears and a little something else.
To escape this icy prison, its mind fabricated the false pretense of freedom. Even worse, it betrayed it, going as far as allowing the very creature it hated to win again. Here's the thing I don't get. If it's in the Heisei timeline, then how the hell does King Ghidorah know Anguirus and Rodan?
That's what I want.
Well, how did King Ghidorah know that Godzilla had the spiral ray? He didn't have that. Godzilla didn't have that when he fought King Ghidorah.
Yeah, this is weird.
Yeah, especially, and again, I would say, it's KWC, but it does make it very clear that this is supposed to be a sequel to Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, so... You could
argue that King Ghidorah knew Rodan and Anguirus beforehand.
Yeah,
but that's
the time travel thing. You could argue that, but...
Right, but even so, it's not clear.
Rodan's nuclear powered, that's right.
That's the thing, Anguirus never knew... Or Anguirus is not part of the Heisei timeline, so Anguirus would have to be an imaginary kaiju in this scenario.
Right.
So in King Ghidorah's mind, he couldn't. He thought up some stupid weak kaiju for Godzilla to befriend.
No, that's the power of good guy Anguirus' influence. He can manifest itself into Kaiju's mind.
Well, King Ghidorah shouldn't know Rodan either. Come to think of it. I mean, Rodan is in the Heisei timeline, granted, but
not until later.
Yeah.
Keep reading.
Dude, alright, it's even worse. It betrayed it, going as far as allowing the very creature it hated to win again. Indeed, King Ghidorah's dark soul enjoyed killing of helpless creatures. I wouldn't say they were helpless.
Yeah, they weren't really that helpless.
But above all else, it relished in the suffering of others, including its own. Submarine spotlights the dark water focus on the giant's pale head. And then King Ghidorah ate it. Finally, he got that meal he was wanting.
And then, no, he ate it. It was a nuclear submarine, so King Ghidorah grew over 100 meters.
The submarine drifted closer, its spotlights reflecting off King Ghidorah's placid eyes. Unbeknownst to the dragon, the submarine heralded not the freedom it desired, but the shackles of servitude it loathed.
So
it looks like King Ghidorah got a new slave name, Mecha King Ghidorah.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Winner, Ultraman.
Winner, Godzilla Heisei.
Yeah. But, yeah, this one, it's... Yeah, I didn't realize it... I didn't realize it took that much creative liberty. Why do I not remember that much regeneration with Heisei Ghidorah?
I also want to point out, if you hover over Godzilla's, picture, it says www.tohoKingdom.com/KaijuC/Kaiju_stats HTML #gods.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to point that out. I thought that was funny.
I have to say, the match was sexy. Not as sexy as Godzilla vs. Gamera, but still sexy.
But
I don't think anything's going to top Godzilla vs. Gamera, but...
Oh my.
I actually wouldn't mind somehow a sequel to Godzilla vs. Gamera with an actual winner.
Right. I think that's called the
have
video.
A sequel. It's called the Baggin Trilogy, and both of them won.
Fair enough.
Actually, there was actually in the match. It was like Ultraman versus Godzilla versus King Kong versus Gamera. There it is.
Yep, and that'll be up and coming when we get around to it. So, but yeah, this match. I don't know. It feels. I mean, it's.
It was something.
Oh gosh, yeah, this match is kind of something. I don't know. Once again, it's just the way old Tom wrote his stuff. Is just it kind of comes off as sort of funny, but it's also it's decent in some areas. But also comes off
his writing's changed that much other than getting longer.
Well, right, word longer and a little bit more meatier over time,
it's
still.
Better, but it's better, but it's not. It doesn't mean it's still good.
KaijuX, you said longer and meatier. Oh my.
Oh jeez.
KaijuX, get your mind out of the gutter.
Hey, it's not my fault. Tom writes these matches.
Are we going to do the next match? Because that's also a Tom match.
Oh no! We'll be stopping here for tonight. So.
Oh, thank goodness! I don't think we can handle another 4-way.
But
Yeah.
Anyway,
No,
I mean,
no, it's a four-way
I mean,
guys, it's a 4-way between 4 overweight monsters.
It could be an orgy of war that breaks down enough.
Well, anyway, that was match 33, and we will see you guys next time for match 34. Take care.